guys, welcome to the new movie thing show. It has been so long since we've gone to the damn movie theaters to see a movie. And
I did last week.
I didn't go, but Trisha and I went to go see a screening for a movie called
The
Boxtrolls,
which we were very excited about because previous to this, we got a chance to do a table talk with Steve Bloom and Dee Bradley Baker, who voiced Fish and Shoe of the Boxtrolls.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen any promos for the Boxtrolls, it's essentially about a trolls who live in boxes underground, and the world of people thinks, Boxtrolls are evil. And the Boxtrolls are not evil.
No.
They're pretty cool.
They're just cute little thieves.
And they're little thieves.
They're
sure.
cute little
they're
thieves
just
that
curious,
steal shit.
and they want to make stuff.
They steal things
steal
with
stuff,
zero
though.
remorse.
That's 100% true. But we get a look at the Boxtrolls through a little boy who grows up with them named Eggs.
Basically, there's a tale of a baby boy that was stolen by a Boxtroll and taken from the humans. And so ever since that day, all the humans think that the Boxtrolls are evil
They steal
baby
and
eaters.
eat babies.
And there's a mountain of bones in their underground
and a
lair.
river of blood.
Yeah, and so I guess I didn't know that it was based off of a book.
It is based off of a book. It's
Yeah.
a cute little story that Like a House Animation decided to bring to life in this movie. And speaking of the animation, I have to say, marvelous.
Yeah. Well,
superb.
ever since I was a child, I have loved stop motion animation since the early Rankin Bass.
The Island of Misfit Toys.
Yeah, it's like Rudolph, and ever since that stuff, I have been bewildered and betwixt by those beautiful puppetry, stop motion puppetry.
It's so good.
And then it's like Nightmare Before Christmas, and then you got James and the Giant Peach, and all these great stop motion movies.
And I imagine for you, Steve, it's extra special because I know it drives you nuts when you see a movie that has too much CGI and you're like, why didn't they just do it for real? It makes me so mad. I have to watch all this CGI. So when you watch stop motion, you're actually getting to see animation, but it's still real life and tactile.
I think that when you can make something as organic as possible, there's just something charming about it. There's something charming about cell-drawn animated movies.
Okay, I
There's
agree.
something charming about real lit puppets on a set that are hand moved by people.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Which is not to say that CGI movies aren't also another form of artistry that takes many, many hours and is amazing and is something I could never do. But there is just something so charming and heartwarming about knowing that these are physical things on a camera that you can actually touch and see and are real. Like the Muppets.
Right.
The Muppets are things that react to the light in that is organic and real in film and all that great shit.
It's so cool. And I mean, since like Nightmare Before Christmas, the animation in this style has come so far.
Yes.
And, it's embraced the technology that's into it. I got a chance to go out to Like a House Animation in Portland and check out some of the stuff. You guys can get a peek of that here.
Leica did stuff like Coraline and
Paranorman,
which are great. I actually never saw Coraline.
I never saw Paranorman.
I didn't see Coraline, but I know because I know Henry Selick directed it though, who also directed Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a common misconception that Tim Burton directed Nightmare Before Christmas.
Do
But
not
actually,
confuse.
Tim Burton produced it. Henry Selick directed it, and in fact, Henry Selick also directed all the stop motion animation bits in The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, directed by Wes Anderson.
The more you know.
So Leica did Paranorman, which is fantastic. And so going into Boxtrolls, you know that you're gonna get some quality stuff. The detail in this movie is absolutely breathtaking. The animation is breathtaking.
Yeah.
The lighting, I mean, the lighting is so beautiful. I don't know if you remember in Paranorman, the boy's ears, like the light would shine through his ears, and I felt like that detail made it so lifelike. It made it so real. And there's just so many tiny details in Paranorman that were amazing that it all just gets bigger and better in Boxtrolls.
So we've talked a lot about the technical aspects of the film and how it looks, which I think we can both agree were fantastic.
Superb.
Superb. And now let's move into the acting. The voice acting.
Voice acting, we got
was tremendous as well. Ben Kingsley as Snatcher blew me away.
Yeah.
He was so good.
Great.
He made some really odd choices, and I approved of all of them.
I think the character Snatcher, just visually, was probably the most fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because he's just so expressive and creepy and gross, and his hair's all oily and nasty, and his stomach's all
Was
funny.
he your favorite?
He was definitely my favorite visually.
My
favorite to
favorite
look
visually was Madame Frou Frou. And Isaac Hempstead Wright, who you may know as Bran from the Game of Thrones on HBO, voiced Eggs.
Who, in fact, we talked to and interviewed at Comic-Con, which if you didn't see, you can click on this, and it was actually a Boxtrolls event where I ate bugs.
And we interviewed up in Portland. Boom. And that footage is gonna go in here.
We have so much footage of this boy!
I heard that you originally got into acting so that you could get out of football practice. Is that true?
That is true. That is true. I went to football practice on a Saturday morning. It was freezing cold in the rain. And I thought, hey, drama group sounds a bit more interesting.
How did that experience from drama club to working on screen translate to doing voiceover for animation? Is that totally different?
You know, you could say it's a bit easier because you don't have to get them at 6 in the morning and have long periods. Yeah, waiting on set while they change shots.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you're going for 4 hours sort of 100% with your voice, whereas in live action, that's only sort of 40 or 50% of the final performance. So it can be pretty exhausting.
Now, when you say going full voice, how often did you really have to like scream all out for Boxtrolls?
There were a couple of scenes which, you know, there were quite a lot of emotion in it, which was pretty relentless. But you know, it was all good in the long run.
When you come alive into it, how much of Eggs is Isaac? How much of Isaac do we get to see in Eggs?
That's a good question, actually. I mean, I think there's probably a certain amount of me because I am Eggs.
For the audience that goes to see Boxtrolls, what do you hope that they take away from the film?
I really hope that they'll really take note of the actual animation process, because it's all too easy to sort of gloss over it and get involved in the story or the characters or whatever, but really the animation, it takes so much effort, and it has really been the hard work and strife for 2 years of the people in this studio. So I think it's really important to really enjoy it and take note of it.
Excellent. Well, thank you so very much for your time.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it. It was very cute. Take the whole family, go see it. Take your little cousins, your little brothers, your little sisters. Take your girlfriend, take your husband, take your wife, take your mom and dad.
It's for
everybody because it is just visually pleasing. There was one really weird sexual joke in the movie that like really made me wonder what the fuck was going on. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know.
I was like, what? I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was cute. It was amazing. It was a fucking feat of technical amazingness. And that's my final thoughts. Go see the movie if you appreciate animation, if you like a good fairy tale, if you like original ideas, then go and bathe in the originality of Boxtrolls.
Yeah, my final thoughts are go see it absolutely for the technical aspects. Like, really try to realize all throughout the film that you're looking at puppets. You're not just looking at CGI.
That are like that big.
Yeah, you're looking at hundreds of different faces of puppets, and like every time the fabric moves on a puppet, that's like move, just to get that little bit.
Right,
like it's amazing. The story's adorable. I think the message that it drives home is really sweet.
Good message.
And yeah, it's good, fun for the whole family.
Yes.
But we're not the only ones who got a chance to see Boxtrolls. At the time that we're recording this on Rotten Tomatoes, it's rocking a 71% from critics and a 91% from audience.
And also IMDb gave it a score of 7.0 out of 10, which is great.
Which is very IMDb. I feel like they're always floating right around 7.
But I mean, like this was a screening we saw, so who knows? The ratings could fluctuate wildly. Wildly, and you might be impressed.
You might be so impressed you have to take your box off.
Don't do it.
I would like to build myself a box, I think, and like wear it sometimes, and then.
That seems so weird to me, though.
Why?
That they lived in boxes, like they wore boxes.
I
love it.
That's how they got their names.
I know, but I love that they're these trolls. Like, why the fuck? Like, from the second I heard a movie called Boxtrolls was coming out, I was like, that could be anything. And then when you saw them, you're like, they literally are wearing boxes. I love it. I love how fucking wacky and creative it is.
Yet simple.
Yeah.
It's almost like.
And it's just so, there's such a bigger meaning. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful like a beard.
Oh, it's like a beautiful beard.
Beards are beautiful. Is this my beard?
Yeah.